What's up, guys? It's Brooks Dyroff from Money Marketers and The Street Sheet. I'm going to make a super quick video here talking about the best email marketing software from my point of view. And I get this question a lot from different clients that we have on the agency side, from different prospects and sales calls that I'm taking, even from family and friends that read our own newsletters and, are maybe thinking about starting their own or updating the email marketing at their businesses. Basically, what ESP, email service provider, do you use, and what is your favorite email marketing software? I'm actually going to focus on some pain points that I've had in the past and why the email marketing software that I use today kind of addresses each of those pain points. To give a quick intro on who I am, we started Money Marketers, which is an email marketing firm for financial service companies. Individuals. We learned a lot about email marketing through building The Street Sheet, which is a daily finance and trading newsletter that gets published 7 days a week. We've grown that from 5,000 subscribers to about 160,000 subscribers right now. And so throughout that process, I've used quite a few DSPs and email service providers and just had some issues with each of them. And I'll kind of dive into that right now. So one of the first email service providers that I used was MailChimp. I feel like a lot of people end up on that one to start. What it came down to for me on MailChimp was actually the customer service. So this might have gotten better since I stopped using it, but there were a couple instances in the past where I really wanted to speak to someone. I didn't want to be in a chat queue and I couldn't find anybody. And it was just super frustrating. And I think it impacted our business at the time. We couldn't send for whatever reason, didn't understand why, missed out on ad revenue. It was just a very frustrating experience. So I think about MailChimp, I just kind of think about a lack of customer service. I've tried Substack. Substack isn't bad. I didn't love how there weren't custom design features or templates that you could truly kind of brand and turn into what I felt like was your own. When you're on Substack, it's very evident that you're writing a Substack newsletter, and that's fine. But I did want something that we could kind of make feel like our own brand and have some wiggle room on user experience, etc. Substack does take a percentage of subscription revenue as well. And so those were two things that stuck out to me there. And I've used ActiveCampaign. I think there was one called PushUp at the time, Review, which Twitter bought and shut down. So we've used those, and I think a handful of others. And ultimately what I ended up with was an ESP and email software called Beehive. Now, to give a quick disclaimer, an early investor in Beehive, basically I loved this thing so much after using it for a little bit, I wanted to figure out how I could get in the seed round. So I am very bullish on Beehive, but that was after I tested out and used it for a little bit. So one of the things that stuck out for me the most with Beehive was, I guess, the customer service. I could get in touch with, and still can, even the CEO to this day, but we have a customer service representative and they're wonderful. And if I have questions, even if they sound silly, I know I can email our rep and get an answer very quickly. So when I think back to the MailChimp days, I couldn't do that. I can with Beehive. Our design abilities with all of our emails. We'll take a look at, a couple of them. I'm sharing my screen here in just a second, but I can design these things myself and it's very easy and I like doing it. And I think it helps our brand stand out in the inbox. And again, I couldn't really do that with Substack. Another thing with Beehive that I thought was super important is that we're spending a decent amount of month on user acquisition and subscriber acquisition. In the past, we were trying to build out kind of like some of our own channel analytics is what I would call them, but Beehive came around and basically solved that issue for us. So we can understand exactly where we're getting subscribers from, if we're paying for them and paying for that acquisition, exactly how much, how engaged they are relative to other cohorts. That has been amazing for me trying to build a newsletter first brand because I can be more efficient with my marketing spend. And it's just truly fun to kind of dig into some of those analytics on the back end and see where our most engaged subscribers are coming from. On the growth front as well, they have a built-in referral program. The same thing in the past, we were trying to build this out ourselves. We were using other kind of out-of-the-box solutions that just weren't great. Beehive has one that's built in. You can plug it into any template that you have, and it's extremely seamless. And then on the monetization front, recently Beehive has actually launched a much more robust kind of ad network. They have Boost, so they'll send ads to our newsletter once a week, twice a week. And these are great. If we have open inventory and even for secondary and tertiary placements, we'll plug those in. And so I think on the growth and monetization front, it's been amazing. So I would say those are kind of like my 4 or 5 top reasons that I like Beehive. When I was thinking about recording this video, some other stuff that came to mind as well is it's easy to manage other kind of Beehive accounts. We do this for our clients, so swapping in and out up here, right, is pretty seamless. I also like that there's web hosting capabilities. We were using a combination of Beehive and WordPress. We got rid of WordPress and now we're just using Beehive, and I think that's actually about to get a lot better because they acquired a company, I think it's called TypeDream, which was a AI-driven, AI-first kind of web hosting, web design company, and they're integrating that into Beehive. So you'll have the power of Beehive when it comes to email and also web, which I think is going to be incredible moving forward. And so that's kind of it. I shared my screen quickly because this is a personal newsletter that I write every single month. It's called The Last Cash Letter. I've been sending it for about a year. This is organic growth. We have good open rates, good click-through rates. The main goal here for me is I'm trying to find accredited investors and people that are interested in direct real estate investing. And so I'll basically share my thoughts on kind of the markets and send it to a list of people that have expressed interest. I'm really looking for kind of lead gen. So I started with this one first, but you can see some of what I spoke about where you can dive into the audience, understand how to grow it. This isn't going to be monetized through Beehive, but this is where the monetization lies. And then again, the design and analyze tabs. I think I'll end it by going back to those channel analytics that I was talking about. So let's go to Street Sheet, which is our biggest newsletter. I actually want to get this up a little bit, so I'll probably clean and remove some of these subscribers. This needs to be higher as well. But what I want to show you is our subscriber reports. because this is what I was talking about earlier, where we're really trying to understand where our cheapest, most engaged subscribers are coming in from. Beehiiv will tell us, right, over the previous 90 days, where are new subscribers coming in, what's the acquisition source, post sent, emails delivered, unique opens, yada, yada. The performance by source table is my favorite, because what we'll be able to do is kind of compare different sources that we're acquiring subscribers from, and then just see their engagement rate. So I think a lot of our subscribers right now are coming from some co-registration campaigns, and then also just Facebook ads that we're running. But you'll be able to see, okay, here's subscribers, here's the engaged subscribers, here's the percent of engaged, open rate, verified click-through rate, unsubscribe rate, etc. So okay, where's my, like I said, cheapest, most engaged subscriber. So that's about it. We, run a couple of newsletters on here. Here's our money marketers email, right? This is what we use for a warming sequence with prospects, and even a retention tool for our current clients. So to summarize, the best email marketing software for me as a newsletter first media company, as an agency that builds newsletters for clients, is Beehiiv. And I hope that is helpful. And I hope, this guides you when you're thinking about choosing your own email software. Comment below if you have any questions at all. Make sure to subscribe. I'm going to start to try to film more of these videos this year. Sign up for the Street Sheet. And if you are a financial service firm, you need help with email and content marketing, get in touch. Alrighty, speak soon.